Thank you for stopping in. Today it's going to be my cabin tour on the Resilient Lady, so Virgin Voyages Lady Ship. I'm really excited to share with you. This cruise was a casino match from Royal Caribbean, where I gave a casino offer that I'd received on Royal Caribbean to Virgin Voyages using their casino player inquiry booking form, I believe is what it's called. I did make a whole video about that process. And so I got this cabin for just port fees and taxes, and I'm truly excited to share it with you. It's been an absolutely lovely experience so far, so come along with me and let's check out my room. So I'm staying here in room 1038A. Hold your wearable to the sign and you'll see it turn green and you'll hear the click. So let's go in. So because I was already in here and had the lights on, the curtains are open, and usually when you walk in, they will open automatically. When you turn the lights on, directly to the right is the closet. You can see that they've left me some dry cleaning hangers, and I have all my dresses hung up here. I got my shoes down below, and there is a space for your luggage, and I've just been putting my dirty clothes back in that. And then I brought two fancy purses with me because who doesn't need a bunch of fancy purses on a fancy cruise? Got a shelf up there where I got my backpack and my winter clothes from home, which I actually use them when I go out on the balcony at night. Now, I thought that this curtain situation would bother me because I just like clean lines, but it has actually been good. It's been covering all of my clothes. I'm sorry, I'm so close. Like this area is small. So yeah, so it's been covering all of my clothes and giving me good coverage. So I think it looks nice. Would I prefer a solid closet? Yes, absolutely would. And then on the back of the door, you've got your evacuation plan, and mine is down in Assembly Station H on Deck 7, and it gives you instructions on how to get there. And then here is a closet. You've got your life jacket up there with my water bottle, a couple of shelves, safe. Maybe not 100% big enough for a. It might, you probably could fit a laptop in it and or an iPad in it because I think it's pretty good size. Down here, I got another shelf and then some drawers, which are great. Now, these are the only drawers in the cabin. And then, of course, we have a full-length mirror that has a nice light above it, which is great. But it doesn't stay open fully, and I'm constantly fussing and fighting with it when I'm standing here trying to pull stuff out. And also, too, you got to be really careful and get this door open fully because when you go to pull the drawers out, if it's not, you will nail the drawer right on the corner of this mirror like this. And I do this a lot. So you can see I got my handy, see? You can see I've got my handy dandy little like pre-packed bag that I always keep, my calm medicine, my floaty for my phone, and a phone case, and some ginger chews because you can't ever have enough ginger chews. Then I've got my underwear in the rest of the drawers. There's usually a hair dryer in there, but I have it on the desk. And then if you turn around, here is the room control. You can go up and down. You can also do this with the pad, but I normally just do it right here. And sorry, the camera is so shaky. We are in some pretty rough weather. And then here is the light for the bathroom, so you just turn that on. Well, I turned it off. And the bathroom is really tight. Now, I did film another segment for what I love and hate about the bathroom. Some things to point out. For your towels, when you use your towels and you want to keep them, I recommend hanging them on the back of the door and not above the toilet, or it interferes with lifting the lid. Also, the toilet paper is right by your knee. I cannot find it or see it when I'm sitting on the toilet, so I've been leaving it on the countertop. Then they do have makeup face cloths, and they have hand towels. What I recommend with the hand towels, if you are in rough weather, and this door on this shower is constantly swinging in and out. Of course, it's not going to do it now that I'm filming. Oh, there we go. A little bit, but all night long it was swinging back and forth and just slamming like this. So I wrap a hand towel around. Let me see if I can do it while I'm holding the camera. They just took it off because they were cleaning the room when I went out. But put a hand towel here and then wrap it around the knob so it stays. And then this softens the banging all night long. But be mindful when you are showering and it is rough seas that this door will come open on you. And so I ended up having a whole puddle of water and a couple towels down on the floor. It does have a nice rain shower and a handheld spray. Make sure that is turned away from you before you get in the shower. And the control over there, the top one goes to the left for the rain shower and to the right for the wand control. Make sure when you're turning off the wand that you don't turn it too far to the left, or you will get rain shower on your head like I did this morning. The bottom one is the temperature control, so just make sure you set that before you get in the shower. And then of course they've got toiletries in the shower, and it is rather a good size. I mean, I was able to get in here all of 5 feet of me and not be touching either side. And they have the nice mirror here with the light bars on either side. I think honestly I wish it were a little brighter, like right here, but I can get close enough to take my glasses off and do my makeup at this mirror, and it's the only one that's really lighted enough to do it. And then they do have hand soap that comes at the sink with a little pump dispenser, and it is good enough to get hair products and other sticky stuff off your hands, so you don't need extra soap. Then I've got my fancy dancy little spray bottle that I like to keep for my hair and all my hair products, sunscreen and lotion there. And then I really wish that this were a drawer down here in this cubby so I could put all my stuff in it, but alas, it's not. You got a little trash can down there and then an extra roll of toilet paper. And with this one, this toilet paper holder, if I leave it there, I tend to knock it off instead of actually grabbing the toilet paper. Okay, so when you step out of the bathroom, you're right back into the main room, and you can see that I have a Sea Terrace cabin, what they call their balcony, and I have the little hammock out there, which is fabulous. And then I have a bed right here that is a bit close to the wall on the other side. I will say the bedding is quite firm. At first I thought it was going to be too firm for me, but I've been doing okay with it. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of people are going to think this bed is too firm. Now, if you have 2 people sharing this cabin that do not want to sleep together in the same bed, it does turn into an L-shaped and not like a standard like pull apart bed, because they have this platform on the other side, because originally Virgin thought people were going to come on this ship and have a lot of socialization in their cabin, and that people were just going to have a good time, and that part of it would turn into a sofa that people could sit on, which then kind of led to this arm on this side of the bed. And I'd say this is the biggest problem that I have with this room. And it's because I'm a side sleeper and I sleep facing this way and my arm goes this way. So I have to kind of sleep towards the middle of the bed, a little bit further in. So I have room for my arm to extend this way. And then I can't really use anything over here unless like I get up or I have it pre-done before I get in bed, because there are room controls right there. But I'm not going to walk over there and get them when they're in the closet as well and they're at the other end of the room. Also, these little lights on the above the headboard, I'm only 5 foot tall. There's 0% chance that I can reach those when I'm lying in bed. So if I turn them on, I have to make sure I turn them off before I get in bed. There are two little hooks on the wall here, so that is really nice. Now this little wood thing does move, and I do like this because I can set like a glass of water or phone or other thing on that. But again, like for a side sleeper, and I'm really short, my waist is like way over here, so it's kind of like I can't just roll out of bed. I got to scooch down and then get out of bed. And nice TV. I don't know. It feels like it pulls out. It feels like it's latched somehow. Oh, well, I cannot figure it out. I do not know if it moves. Oh, and there is another full-length mirror here. But because you have the light coming from behind you on the balcony, you can't really see yourself that well. So I would use the other one inside the closet if you need a full-length mirror. Now over here in kind of the sitting area, you see that there is an area down here, and it looks like there's a drawer down there. I have not even opened it. They do give you towels to take offshore with you. But yeah, the other bed would split in the middle and then slide this way. And I have heard that a lot of solo travelers have them split it so that they have more room in the room. Because like this is taking up space anyways. So you might as well like kind of turn this bed and get this open space here. Maybe next time on a Virgin cruise, I'll try that. I do really like this mirror here, but it does zero good with no light. There's no light above it, around it. You have this little desk lamp, but that does nothing when you're trying to do your makeup. And there's a little stool, but not really a desk chair. So this room is not conducive to a YouTuber coming on a cruise, trying to get work done. I've actually been sitting up in the galley and doing work. But it does have over here 4 plugs, which are kind of hard to use when you're reaching in because you got to bend down and look. There's 2 USA plugs. There's 2 USB-A and 1 European plug down there. So there is a decent amount of plugs. But again, on the other side of the room, there's only 1 US plug and then USB. There's no other plugs. A little lamp here, just a little touch button lamp. And then there are another set of lights, and then these are for the blinds. So mine are open. You press the button, and it closes the blinds. And then just press the... Oops, sorry. Falling over here. It is really rocky outside. Another good thing is they give you sparkling water, which I believe is in the purple because I have been drinking the green, and that is regular water. They do refill that daily. Then they have a little telephone, TV remote, and then they have a tablet that controls the room, the mood lighting, but you got to wake it up. Mine doesn't always like to wake up. Yeah, my tablet has not been very responsive. It has been slow, but you can see down there, there's room controls, entertainment, ship eats, services, and information. So services would be if you want to contact your room attendant. So fresh towels, cabin cleaned, bed, water, ice, anything such as that. You see down there Sharps container. So any of you traveling with a GLP-1 medication or insulin and need to dispose of a Sharp, please just ask them for a Sharps container or take it home with you and dispose of it at home. And then entertainment's the TV, all the movies, and then room control. You can change the lighting. You can see I have mine at 100% right now, and it is not very bright in here. You can see the room controls for the temperature. I always keep mine a little warmer. And then TV and curtains at the top there. I know a lot of people like to use the ambient. Some nice little photos on the wall. And let's open up and check out this balcony. So it's not the largest balcony. It does have a child safety lock up here, which I don't need. So there are no children on the ship or in my cabin. And then you have to unlock that handle, and you see it says right there that air conditioning will automatically turn off when the balcony door is opened and is unlocked. And no smoking on the balcony. You see that? No smoking on the balcony. So you do get a nice, two nice little chairs and a little side table and a fabulous view. And you can see all those white caps out there. We are rocking and rolling today. And then this is my hammock. It's a little bit sun bleached, but it doesn't feel like there's any integrity lost in it. And oh my gosh, sorry. It is very rocky out here. You can see I'm a little bit above the lifeboats. I'm on floor 10, but I absolutely love the hammock. Love, love, love. I've been coming out every single night and sitting in the hammock and just really enjoying myself. And here's a nice little chair for someone like me with a back issue. I definitely need that pillow to use because it is quite a relaxed seating. And then there is a cooler down there. I don't know if it's a refrigerator, but it is empty and free to use. They don't stock it with anything. And then, of course, there's the little stool, and there's shelves there. But again, I really wish there were drawers because I hate all the stuff on my desk here, but I'm tired of putting everything away every day. So I'm just leaving my stuff there, even though I'm not crazy about it. But most of that is just my electronics cords, my extra pair of glasses, and like the medications that I take at night before I go to bed. And then there's the little hair dryer and my hairbrush. And I'd have to say that the hair dryer is decent, but you have to hold it to keep it on. It doesn't work. Like you can't just turn it on and not hold the button. You have to hold the button, and it does a decent job. So I want to thank you for stopping by to see my room tour on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. And I'm very, very much enjoying this cruise, and I highly recommend it to people who are looking for an adults-only cruise. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, it's too risque, I could never do that, blah, blah, blah. But the only like risque things I've seen have been some of the theater shows. And honestly, like the most that I've seen is maybe some foul language, maybe some suggestive adult jokes, and cabaret type outfits, like Moulin Rouge type outfits with lingerie. So nothing, no nudity, no overtly sexual content. Everything has been just pretty much fun, but adult oriented. I've really enjoyed all of the spaces on the ship, and I really do highly recommend it. And also, too, if you think it's too risque, then just skip the shows. There's no need to attend them if that is not in your wheelhouse. It does not carry over into the restaurants or the majority of the public spaces, except probably on Scarlet Night. I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of partying and a lot of entertainment staff wandering the ship on Scarlet Night, which I'm not quite sure when that is yet. I have not seen it announced. So make sure you stay tuned for my next couple upcoming videos where I'm going to be going over what I loved and hated about the Resilient Lady, as well as a little bit more of my casino play, and if I can get more information on the casino program, which I still haven't been able to get the details out of anyone yet. So thank you for stopping by. This has been If You See Gaming K, and I am on a cruise. So you have found me. I'm right here in cabin 10038A. So thanks again for stopping by. I hope to see you out there on the high seas, and happy sailing.